Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Erasmus Expeditions. We are here back tonight with our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons campaign that is set in a homebrew world of mine known as the Caldera, which is a fantasy western setting. We're session 15, called Like a Bad Penny. But this is Thunder Ridge, and it's been a hell of an adventure so far. I cannot wait to pick back up where we left off, because there was a pretty big reveal right at the end of the last session, and I'm eager to see what this group of nut jobs is going to do with it. So before I hand things over to said nut jobs, I'm going to give the same warning that I give on the beginning of all of my games, and that is if mature subject matter or foul language are a problem for you, then exunt. Do not stick around, because there's going to be plenty of both here. But if those things don't bother you, then welcome. You are amongst like-minded people. Speaking of like-minded people, I'm going to pass things over to my players so that they can introduce themselves, say whatever they may have going on, where you can find them on the internet or not, and then we're going to get started. So we're going to start with Chadamus Prime.
Hello, internets. Hi. My name is Chad, and you probably know me from this channel. I'm here very often, but I love it every time I get a chance to play here. I love these guys, and I'm so glad that we get to go back on the dusty old trail. I'm very intrigued by what we left off with in the last session. I have no idea where this is going. Jeremy, you've thrown a curveball that is very mysterious, and I'm here for it. Anywho, yeah, you can find me on the internet. So you can find me over on Mini Terrain Domain on Thursdays, and here most other time. Otherwise, I am roaming about the internet looking for people to play with. So enjoy whatever we've got coming up here. I'm excited. And heck yeah, let's ride.
Let's ride. Hell yeah, man. Always exciting to have you on the channel, Chad. Much love, man. I hope you get to feeling better.
Thanks, buddy.
Absolutely. Speaking of feeling better, next up is Nathan.
I'm trying to feel better, but man, these night shifts have been kicking my butt.
You're having the opposite problem I am.
Actually, I'm back on day shifts this week, so it's that weird switch over that I'm trying to adjust from, going
shift
from
switches.
5 p.m. to 5 a.m. and now 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's a weird mixture, but yeah, I'm Dimension 119. Even though I am recovering from that, I'm still here. I'm still ready to jump on this horse, and we should probably just ride out of Thunder Ridge at this point with everything that's going on. I know Dusty was a proponent last session of not blowing the town up, but that might be the best bet at this point, and just get out of here. It might be over with our dead friends coming back to life. So anyways, I am Dimension 119. I will be playing Dusty Reynolds. You can find me under Dimension 119 and a lot of different sites, social media stuff. That's where my presence is usually felt. And I'm also one of the beards in Two Beards and a Producer on YouTube. We talk about Project Zomboid and DayZ, kind of tips and tricks, and discuss updates when they come out, and new stuff. We're actually streaming Project Zomboid on Monday nights right now. Me and the other beard in Two Beards and a Producer, and we got a little survival world going on, seeing what we can do. Had a couple good jump scares last night, so yeah, we're surviving so far. Maybe we'll keep up with that.
Oh yeah, man. My buds and I have been playing a lot of Grounded 2 lately. I really love the first one. The second one's been a lot of fun so far. Not quite the same thing as, DayZ, but it says it's a survival game, and there's definitely jump scares. They're just, bugs instead of zombies. But
I think that me and another group of people are getting ready to play through Grounded at some point. They've all played it, and I haven't played it I've not played it at all. So I think we're getting ready to bring that up and go through a play session of that.
Hell yeah. I'm a sucker for the little people in a normal-sized world. I've always liked that trope, which is why I ran the household games here on the channel. So it's definitely kind of right up my alley, and it's just a really fun game. But anyways, speaking of really fun game, next up is Todd.
There we go.
There you are.
Press the button. I'm Todd. I am playing Elias Stark, and I am an Owlin gunslinger.
Yeah, you are.
Pretty much it.
Crack shot, and your head rotates around. I mean,
Exactly.
Perfect. Who can ask for more? Speaking of head that rotates around, next up, even though you can't see him, Glenn.
I will kill your mother as the tumbleweed goes by. Yeah, no, I am not playing a tumbleweed this evening, but I am also not playing in an area with great internet, so you will have a tumbleweed and you would like it. I am playing Padre Marco, the Tabaxi religious zealot bard, who does not know why it's a big deal that somebody just talked at the end of last episode. If this is the first time you're here and you're trying to find us elsewhere, wow, I kind of want to grab a drink because you have a fucked up mind. Let's jump in the middle of episode, whatever. It's YouTube. You can go back and look at prior episodes. I'm not saying don't hang out, but that's wild. With that, yeah, I'm speaking to see what wild is going to happen to us this evening.
We'll just have to see, I suppose. Yeah, starting at session 15 would be a choice. It would be a choice. But there is no kink shaming here on the Erasmus Expeditions. So, speaking of no kink shaming, last but certainly not least, Chad.
Yeah, don't shame my kinks. Jeez.
Never.
I'm the other Chad in these parts. This lately has been where you can like find the face of me, especially in motion. You can also find me on places like Disney Plus and Hulu, but we won't get into that. And you can also find me here playing Lucky Laz, and he's like a rabbit man, and he's like somebody's stuffed animal that they just never let go of, and like the eye button's missing and the ears ripped off, and he's missing a paw or two. And so put that into like, your anamorphic Zootopia type bunny person. And so you got this Frankenstein monster mixed with Iron Man, because he's got this like magic armor going on. And what's left of this little rabbit man tries to put himself in front of these guys. That way his armor can take it instead of them. But I have not died yet. Yet. There has been some death saves. And I'm looking forward to someone someday soon rolling some more again. Chad, and I love you all, and I just am happy to be here and look forward to rolling some dice with you all. If you have not heard of a place called Absolute Tabletop, you can find it on the various platforms, and you can find other individuals like this that might be a little bit like you, but still different, and you can talk about this kind of stuff. And that's where I met a lot of these fine folks at. And I've been rolling dice with quite a few of them for quite some time. And maybe you could even run your own. So, we have some more people running games out there. And MTD is a mini terrain domain. I don't know if it was said that way or the other way, but I just wanted to make sure that mini terrain domain got the word that they needed. Love you, Jake. And that's all.
Yeah, man, absolutely. We just did a charity stream a couple weekends ago over on his channel. We raised just under 30 grand. So it was a pretty awesome feeling, yeah, to be even a small part of that. So definitely good people over at MTD. So go show your love over there. Yeah, Chad and I are over there on Thursday nights. So come check us out. Chad Prime and I are on. So kids on bikes. Now kids with capes. We're going to outer space, bitches. So yeah. Speaking of outer space. Nope, we're playing Cowboys. All right. I think we're ready to get started. You all ready to get started? Excellent. We're only like half an hour behind schedule. No big. All right, here we go. Caldera is full of things that were buried. Should have stayed that way. Matter of fact, most of the trouble out here seems to be rooted, one way or another, in places, people, or things being dug up out of the ground. There's a natural order to the timeliness of the things that touch our lives and to life itself. As painful as it can be when something or someone is taken before it seems like that time should have come. As badly as we may yearn to have just a bit more time with something so precious, when we rail against that natural order, or even just one more turn of the watch hands, it never ends well. We catch back up with our 5 heroes? Question mark. Still in the town of Thunder Ridge, having just performed a little bit of what they probably were calling reconnaissance, spying, eavesdropping. And Elias, you might have learned something a bit strange, something a bit troubling, as you just swooped down off of the roof of the hotel, past the window where you were listening in on this conversation, and you saw Soul with eyes glowing purple. What are you doing after you made that discovery? What is your next move?
I think, honestly, I'm probably shocked enough in seeing that I probably not necessarily crash, but definitely kind of lose track of where I'm at, and maybe bounce into the alleyway and then have to sneak off.
At one point, I imagine you rendezvous. I don't remember if the group discussed a particular rendezvous, but I would imagine that one was discussed amongst your characters. Where would that be? Where would Elias come to find the rest of y'all?
If I remember correctly, we were heading toward the church in town.
I know you had gone
just
there at least.
left.
So.
I thought we had sort of cut the church out for a while.
Okay.
And the sheriff. So I can't remember where the sheriff was going. As Jeremy gave us a bit of a recap earlier, right? In chat, which may or may not have been able to catch. Because
the sheriff is supposedly currently trying to get us dynamite.
That's right.
The former sheriff. We did go to the church and get Padre got us some of us vestments and things to disguise us. And I think our last kind of plan, quote unquote, and I use the word plan loosely, was trying to get into the basement of this hotel.
Right. Yes. So that we could ultimately get the jump on two individuals that we saw down in the basement, correct?
Some ritual going on in the basement with or I think a ritual is happening in the basement.
None of y'all had actually been in the basement yet.
Yeah.
We did also send the father from the church to tell
to the ghost
sheriff about the dead family out in the snow.
Yeah.
The Pickets, I think was their name.
Yes, that sounds right.
Caleb was the little boy that you met just before you met Dusty's wife.
Yeah, that was the other messed up twist within last episode.
It was just as traumatic the second time, if you're wondering.
Man, thank you for rewatching.
So, where do we envision the posse hanging out wherever Elias finally syncs back up with y'all?
So there's a lounge-ish area or restaurant to the hotel.
Yeah, definitely. Like a common room.
Or yeah, I don't know if they had a restaurant attached with them or not. Yeah, like if you go to order food or whatnot.
Sure, absolutely.
So yeah, I think we would go probably there, just order food, as anybody who's in town for the, might do.
Okay, absolutely. So when Elias finds you and enters the restaurant, how obvious is Elias shooketh, Todd?
Very.
Okay.
Poofed out.
So it's very his feathers are all like literally ruffled.
Yeah. eyes are bigger than an owl's normally would be.
Amazing. Okay, so he barges in through the door, and all of you can plainly see that he is troubled.
Yeah. Without obviously saying names or anything, I kind of like motion a claw to him, and then I will pour out a pretty hearty shot of whiskey and have it set out for him.
There's like an older woman.
You look like a snow owl right now, Elias. The hell happened?
I don't know what's going on. I went to see what they were doing. And when I came down the side of the building, Saul was there.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, must be my hearing. Going. Did you say soul? No. We
Big ears and all. He did have purple eyes. That was weird. Well, weirder than him being there to begin with, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Elias,
I hadn't had more to drink,
him.
but I need. Give me the bottle.
All right.
Virgil, we all buried him.
I know, but that's the thing. We buried him, which now makes me wonder. Somebody go around and find where we buried him. If so, they may already know that we are on our way. And so all of this subterfuge is practically pointless.
How have you all not been arrested? You talk in public like this. It's amazing. What?
I can whisper if I want to.
Who is Saul?
So?
Well, he's the one that you're currently replacing.
I don't quite understand the context.
It was your
He was a
fourth
bard?
character.
My nose is bleeding. The fourth wall.
So was one of our partners. And unfortunately, we made some very bad decisions that ended
Yeah, with you burying him. That was pretty clear in the conversation.
Getting him killed. We made some very bad decisions, and it was reckless of us. I will say that. But he's not supposed to be alive right now. And so the fact that he is alive got my tail feathers in a tizzy right now. So I need to figure out what the fuck is going on before we try to go down into a basement where they are already going to be prepared for us. Do you see how these things happen? Do you see what is happening right now? I am losing my ever-loving mind. So I would like for somebody to make some sense out of it. Please, make some fucking sense.
It isn't this something you do, Virgil? Aren't you able to? Well, I guess you more kill people than actually bring the dead back. But you know, if I had brought this matter to the group, I'd be looking to you for the answers.
Okay.
Can we ask the tree?
You want to ask the gallows tree? Well, no, we don't want to talk to it right now. No, I don't think that would be smart because there are things, a whole bunch of nonsense, but if that is the truth, and Soul is out there, then somebody pulled him back when he wasn't supposed to be pulled back. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Which also now means that they probably have a necromancer working for them, which could be extremely, extremely dangerous for us.
If my sister was here, we could get her assistance, but I do not think someone with the talent to bring back your dead partner would be within the capabilities of a padre here. And I, although I own the title, am not a cleric. So, what about what about the natives?
The Dorathians.
Yes. Their ways are old, and although they have yet to find the light and radiance of Our Lady Lux, they still understand the lands, the spirits.
What about that? Getting them involved now.
What do you think is going to happen to them if the railroad comes into here?
I need to know who that soul is, because that soul ain't our soul. That soul ain't ours. And if it is, who the hell is fucking with our friend? That I need to know.
Well, we can't exactly just ask them.
No.
We need to figure out our next move.
I say we still stick to the plan. We stick to the plan. We gotta find out what is down there. Gotta find out what is down there in that.
All right. What's the plan for getting down there? Presumably, the sheriff should be gone eventually.
Yep.
That only takes care of one of our issues.
Jeremy, remind me, was it more? I remember the railroad baron or representative of the railroad and the sheriff and a couple other people. I don't remember if it was the representative and someone else. I don't remember who it was, but I remember we mentioned seeing them going down into the basement.
So none of you had even realized that there was a basement, a cellar.
Okay.
But it was mentioned. It's part of what Elias overheard. Was somebody in that conversation talking about a ritual in a basement in the cellar.
I think Morgrath also may have mentioned it,
Maybe?
Possible.
Maybe?
Can't remember. I literally just watched the session. All I remember, the first mention of it, I remember someone mentioning what's his face coming up from the basement looking all haggard.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
yeah, I forgot that y'all talked to Morgrath's ghost or spirit last time.
Yep.
And jump it back into character 2 and off the chest. The list there. Laz, not to take it the wrong way, but what they had done to you is unnatural. they capable of bringing Soul back unwittingly?
Pretty sure the Reclaimers like to have people that can use these abilities. So if they have them, they can exploit them. So I think that it's possible that it could be somehow related to them. I know that I did some extensive reading on necromancy while I was with them. So it's possible, but I never worked with anyone who was that I could name.
Yeah, you would know that the Reclaimers, again, they're almost like the Texas Rangers or the U.S. Marshals. They are a part of the law, but they operate outside of the constraints of the law a lot. So there is not really much that is off limits to the Reclaimers. So if necromancy would help them in their course, then it's not something that they would bat an eye at.
What I'm trying to ascertain from all of this is he really Soul when they bring him back or not? That's what my question is.
Was Soul the type to trade allegiance?
Only to the brothel that I know of.
Elias, how hot were the other people in the room?
Old and male.
Yeah, that's not his type.
No.
Unless give him that bottle there, maybe.
Thinking about this, Virgil, we had the opportunity to bring Soul back, but that was refused.
Yep.
Did you hear or have details on why he refused or who else he might have been beholden to? Could that entity be in play?
Glenn, you may have to help me with this, and Jeremy, you may have to help me with this. I genuinely do not remember why Soul didn't want to come back, because I think we did have a moment where that happened, but
Yeah, you guys didn't. I don't know that anyone else got to see it.
yeah.
That's why I wasn't sure. Above
Because
table,
the
I wasn't
hanging
positive
tree,
about that.
I think it was offered by the hanging tree, though.
It was offered by the hanging tree. Yep.
So we can do it either way. Jeremy, they can either know or they can go ask the hanging tree.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on whether or not, because I think the only person who
was
understood
you
that
and-
offer was Virgil.
Yeah.
Or,
Okay.
oh, was it directly to
No.
Saul?
It was directly to Saul.
Oh,
'Cause
that's
when you
right.
yeah.
You reached out to Saul as the hanging tree and offered up a
Offered to-
trade of a certain other
That's
soul.
right.
And then I made a comment that I put in the Slack in case, or in the chat in case you missed it
Yeah.
there. And basically because of Saul's background decided to, fuck it. He already had demons to pay prices to. Didn't need
Mhm.
another.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I
okay.
don't know that the group even knows that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I couldn't remember if we knew any hint of it in.
He made a choice. I'm gonna assume though that yeah, he was trying to hide from these folks, and I think at some point he made that decision to not come back, because I would have taken on a debt
Virgil, as
Yep.
you're saying this and you are looking at Elias,
Yeah.
you kind of see kind of back over his shoulder, somewhat out of focus until you kind of like shift your attention towards it. But it is an empty noose that is hanging like down into the center of the room, not far behind him. And you know, just by the way that it swings, even though it's empty, that was meant for Soul.
Yeah. Let's put it this way. Fuck it. Y'all were gonna know at some point, so I might as well tell you now. Before, when we first met Soul, the gallow tree, offered me a contract. It said that Soul be one that it would want. And I'm not afraid to talk about it now, seeing as he's gone. But if he is alive again, well, then perhaps there is a missed contract or a loose noose that that I have yet to fulfill. And I'm aware that that is the case. But I do not want to hang those that do not deserve to be hanged. So, kind of puts a hand, like a talon, on your shoulder, Elias. So we will find out who this soul is, and if this soul is an illusion, or if this soul is a sham, which I'm almost certain it is. I will make sure that whoever is blaspheming our friend will hang for him instead.
Elias just looks you in the eyes, gives a nod of his head, blinks his eyes, and lets out a big sigh. All right, then.
So now we work out how we getting in there. And how do we track down Soul? Do we wait for him? Do we see if he leaves? What do we do? What's the next step? Because I personally answer. The sooner I get answers, the better.
You mean you're not the brains of the operation?
Says the bird brain who keeps, says the bunny who keeps fixing me and the rest of us.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to take a look at that leg of yours?
I could certainly use it.
Well, what's left of it anyways?
Yep. Okay. Think here. He kind of like, as he's letting you kind of look over his leg or lack thereof, he's going to just kind of think on this for a minute. Jeremy, I'd like to, you know what? Can I do, yeah, I would like to, I'm gonna pop. It'll burn a spell, but you know what? I don't need to worry about it. I'll burn it That's fine. I would like to cast borrowed knowledge.
That sounds interesting.
So borrowed knowledge will allow me. It says you draw on the knowledge from the spirits of the past. You choose one skill which you lack proficiency in. For the spell's duration, you have proficiency in the skill. So what I'd like to do is, let's see what would be most beneficial to our play right now. Yeah. So I think I'm going to pull insight, which will then get me to a +3 in insight. So I'm going to pull insight. And so I think what you see at the table is you watch Virgil pull from his like his disguised robes. You see that he pulls like a little black book out from his robes, and he folds it open. And I don't think it has any visual components that anyone around us would see, but like essentially he is reading off of this like ancient tome, and in doing so it allows him to draw from the history of the gallow tree itself, all the bodies, everything that the gallow tree, every soul and spirit that has hung on the gallow tree. That knowledge is able to siphon into Virgil in that moment. So I would like to pull insight.
Yeah,
from
absolutely.
everything that the gallow tree can tell me as to why this soul, especially like this soul, is here. Like, what can they tell me from the knowledge that the whole gallow tree has? What can I draw from it? So I'll roll
this is
insight.
actually perfect.
Before you roll,
Yep.
I can see what you're doing. I would think that my religion background would let me see that you're kind of communicating with some other planar being.
Yep.
So I want to give the help action after I give you a bardic.
Oh, okay. Cool. Sweet. So
if Jeremy will allow it.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
What is your bardic die currently?
My bardic is a D8 currently. So that's inspiration and with the bardic if you need it.
Okay, sweet.
So, yes, what you've described, Chad, is absolutely on point, on brand. The gallow tree has like an insatiable thirst for knowledge, and that's why it seeks such a varied, strange fruit, if you will, ornamentation.
Yeah.
So yeah, that absolutely makes sense. And in fact, you actually, when you reach out, you are drawn to one particular like part of the gallow tree.
Yeah.
And this woman is named Eunice Slade, and she was like renowned for being able to smell a trap.
Okay.
So you're drawing from that insight. However, there was one instance at least that she did not sense the trap, which is
fair enough. The noose before the noose went around her neck. Okay, cool. All right. And am I rolling with advantage or with the help action? Is that what that is?
Yes. Yeah, it'll give you advantage, and then you also have a D8 that you can throw on there if you want it.
Okay. So then the D8 on top too. Why not? Oh, heck yeah. Okay, so I rolled a 14 on the D20. I rolled an 8 on the bardic. So that's already at a 21, right? 21. 22 and then +4, so 27 all up.
26.
Yeah, 26 all up. Yeah,
incredible.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think you watch as very much like when you do a seance and in movies when they do the seances and like the person gets possessed of that person in the moment and then vocally it comes out. I think you hear that. So whatever advice or resonance that she gives, there's that moment where you watch his neck crane back to the sky, eyes open purple, and then vocally, Jeremy, whatever advice or guidance or knowledge that she will give will come out resonant in his voice, but it is her speaking through him.
Okay, just to clarify.
Yes.
Sitting in the restaurant of the hotel.
Yes. I'm very aware. Look, I'm very aware that I'm a freaky weirdo that just did this in broad daylight.
Nope, that's the help action, right? Is while you're sitting there chanting that, I'm going to play.
Oh, I see. So we're
because I'm a bard. I'm going to play guitar and do chanting.
So kind of distracting. Okay.
Yeah.
So you gather
the I can do like I assume that as a bard of the church, I could probably do some sort of upbeat hymn about prayer. Light. Yeah. Or like not lead him in prayer, but more like I assume that like
some kind of spiritual hymn.
Yeah, or something like that. A little bit of Amazing Grace for the Old West.
Right. Jesus loves the little children. You're
what's Lux in this case? So like,
yeah, exactly.
I got a light on mine. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Come on, everybody, let the light in this. Like,
you're that guy.
Attractive tabaxi cat.
You're that guy. You showed up to breakfast with a guitar, and you're now leading hymnal songs in the corner of the restaurant.
No, I assume with the weird cultish background that I probably grew up in.
The daily devotionals.
It's more like, something about the fire and retribution that will come upon the end.
Right, yeah. It's more of a Baptist sermon.
Yeah.
Although you do smell of patchouli, I imagine, in my mind at least.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. You're a religious cult person? Yeah.
It's more, it's not quite like the Tate murders kind of cult, but probably not far off of it.
Kool-Aid hasn't been invented yet, at least.
Yeah, it's like that mixed a little bit with whoever the eco bomber was. I would say.
Perfect. Okay, so it's probably a really good thing that Marco is good at what he does and is pulling the attention of those who had gathered around, because as it was. With the entrance that Elias made, there was an older woman and like her grandchild that got up from the table next to you and kind of like moved. They decided that they were finished eating and left. So it's probably a good idea that he's kind of drawn the attention of the rest of the people gathered here because, in fact, Virgil's head cranes backwards and his eyes begin to glow purple. And when he speaks, you hear an otherworldly voice. Some of you maybe for the first time. And then the light disappears from his eyes and he's able to correct his posture.
I think all of this started happening before Dusty could realize what was about to happen. And in the middle of the Padre getting up and starting a worship service and Virgil getting himself possessed, I think Dusty's just looking to Lucky and Elias and like kind of with almost a panic in his eyes and kind of going, weren't we trying not to get noticed?
Dusty. Yes, but at this point, let me just be completely honest. I, out of all of y'all, am probably the least inconspicuous of us all. I would stand out like a sore thumb anywhere we go. So,
Dusty, it's not Virgil's fault. And trust me, we're fine. Never underestimate the power of people to not pay attention to religious people singing or preaching. Or, and I'm going to look at Laz, or the disabled seeking attention or help. They're not going to do it. Then I'm going to look at Virgil and be like, even in his case, look at your leg.
yeah.
Listen, the issue isn't what the two of you just did. It's more of where you just did it. We're literally
I know.
in the the snake pit, the devil's den. They're upstairs right now, plotting to kill us.
But I'm confused. We came here to kill them, yes?
Yeah, and the two of you just announced everything.
I don't know that they know they're looking for priests. I mean, perhaps they know they're looking for a giant bird and two giant birds and a bunny.
Sport.
So I think kind of this was maybe doomed to fail when we walked in. Not to be critical.
Hey, look, things changed when we saw Soul. So at first, we came in here wanting to be quiet, wanting to be as inconspicuous as possible. I agree with that. But the moment that Elias came back with the fact that Soul is here, see, that don't sit right well with me. And I say that I don't have to sit around and be sneaky anymore. I don't have to do that, Dusty, because if they somehow messed with our friend and did something to him to bring him back when he didn't want to be brought back, I'll remind you, he did not want to be brought back on account of the fact that there were debts that he needed to pay. I do not want his name to be messed in vain. So I personally think that I can't stand by if the men upstairs are doing something to our friend. So I apologize for ruining our breakfast and making it so that the rest of the moms and pops in here might get a little flustered by our undue candor. But at this point, if they really want to come and start something, then my friend, they are more than willing to be able to do so.
As if on cue, a figure starts to walk down the stairs, and for those of you who recognize him and look his direction, you can see the new sheriff, Oscar Bennett, coming down the stairs as he kind of like surveys the crowd kind of gathered around where Marco had just been singing. He has his extremely wide manicured mustache kind of twirled out to the sides. He definitely kind of looks in the direction of your table with all of you gathered there. And for anybody who happens to look back in his direction, he just kind of reaches up and tips the brim of his stovetop hat towards you, and then moves towards the front door with a jingle of spurs.
Now, I do not like that at all.
Do we have direct beef with the sheriff?
Just
Not
the
that any of you are know
railroad.
of.
I mean, Virgil's a murderer.
Look, let's not point fingers at murderers in this organization.
Just because I murdered, maimed, and hung many, many people does not mean I'm. No. No, I think there is this moment. Now, did he come up or down? Is he coming down? He came downstairs from upstairs?
Correct. Yeah, you heard a
Okay.
door shut upstairs, and then you hear him come down the stairs, and then you see him, and he comes down, tips his hat, and walks out the door.
Okay. All right.
My badge
I
is
get hit
bigger
on a
than
lot.
his.
Did he recognize us?
I think it's because my badge is bigger than his.
Even if he did, he ain't saying nothing. So I say we still stick to the plan. We still do what we were going to do. I'm tired. You know, Elias, boys, I'm an old bird. I'm an old bird. And you know what? I'm tired of roosting in a place that just don't seem to sit right. You know, I'm tired of just sitting down on my tail feathers and assuming that things are going to change. I think that's one thing I liked about Soul so much, is that he at least planned ahead for change. He at least planned for change and thought about things, and I could see where he was going if he'd stayed with us. So, and I know I'm saying that because Soul and I didn't always get along, but telling you, I say while he is gone, jingly jangly, Sheriff, I say that we, killing Soul,
Both. Any? Yes. Kill the sheriff. I mean,
I'm not sure that you can really kill someone who's already dead.
fair point.
I'm still reading on that part too.
Fair point. So it wouldn't be murder per se.
verified.
It definitely would not be murder.
Yeah. Be doing a service.
Well, all I'm saying is I would like to do a service one way or another, whether we do a service for the sheriff or if we do a service for Soul.
Elias.
One goes up. Would this be in the basement that we saw?
No, they're upstairs. Elias
they're
saw him
upstairs.
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 Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
so
on the
that's-
roof, and he was.
that's
able
the
to
next
hear them in
question
one of
then
the
is-
second story.
Elias, were they above the restaurant? Are they above the office? Are they above another room downstairs? Where are they at? Dusty, do you have dynamite still?
Jeremy,
Let's
you
bring
tell me
the-
where they were.
Yeah, they were in a room on the second floor. There's kind of like a main suite, if you will. And that was the balcony that you swooped past. Was that room?
Is it above like I mean, assuming this is like a 2-story or a 3-story old wooden structure, right? Like the old
Yeah.
school wooden saloons. So those rooms would have to either be above the parlor, above the entry, or above like the owner's space in the back, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. This.
Do we know where are we lucky enough that they happen to be in the front, like above the restaurant? Or
So the
common area?
nice room is not. There are rooms
Okay.
that line the front or whatever, but the nicer room is above the owner's office, kind of towards the back.
So Elias knows that that's where that is.
Yeah, based on the location of the balcony and like where he was on the roof, definitely.
How are our feelings on the owner of this establishment? Do we bribe them, scare them, or kill them?
We have plenty of money to try to bribe them with.
Then let's give it a shot. Who's got the purse?
Oh wait, Soul had it. Just kidding.
You have the money, then I can go talk to the owner. We'll see what happens.
Full transparency, I have absolutely no idea where the money is at this point. Like, I know we have
Dashed a
we
bunch.
haven't lost it. I just can't
We-
remember what we did with it.
We stashed half of it, so we currently have, I think, half the money distributed again across all of us. In the 2,000 platinum, I think it was 2,000 to 4,000 platinum, and of the 2,000 to 4,000 platinum, we took 1,000, and then each of us was divvied up 100 to 200 on our person, if I remember correctly, and then we left the other half of the money at our hideout, buried where we had buried Soul's body.
Exactly.
Yes, where we had buried Soul's
Exactly.
body.
So we gave someone a payday when they rose Soul from the dead.
If that is even Soul, or
We
if that's
took
somebody.
that with us, but I
Did
I
we
can't
take-
remember.
did we
We
take
did.
that
I
with
thought we
us?
dug it. We desecrated his grave, and we dug that
Yeah,
up.
I think you guys fenced some of the coins through
That's true. Yes.
the Dorathian tribe that you
We-
met.
We
Yes.
did that to get so we took some of the coin to horses to platinum or gold, I think,
Mhm.
before Saul died, and then you still had the platinum
Okay.
at the site where we ran into Marco after Saul died. But you guys had that, Marco didn't. You buried Saul. I don't remember you burying him with the coin. I don't think that's what he would have wanted.
Or
I mean,
like near it in the same in the same plot.
Yeah.
Is what we're saying.
Same grave.
Yeah, okay.
At least.
yeah. But I think you guys still had some coin left.
Definitely.
Okay,
Y'all definitely
yeah,
took some of
enough.
it with you and split it up amongst like your personal purses.
I think the best thing we can do is try to talk our way back there at a minimum.
Yeah.
Jeremy, out of curiosity, or luck check, or whatever works for you, what corner of the building is this? Does it happen to be either? I mean, shit, I could probably make it work whether it's east or west. And what time of day is it?
So the time of day, I think that y'all had headed here
After
sleeping
we
at
got in the fight.
church. Oh, no, okay.
No, yeah, did we stay in the church for a while to rest up? Because I still
can't
don't have
remember if
spell
you
slots
did.
from the morning.
You might have
Because I-
only done a short rest.
We
Yeah.
did a short rest while we ate the turtle.
Definitely.
And then went to the church.
Okay, so you didn't rest at the church. Okay. So you had left your hideout in the morning, got in the gunfight with Morgraf,
Mhm.
had lunch, and then came to town, hung out at the church for a little bit. So it's probably mid-afternoon at this point. Maybe just kind of, rounding out lunch for those who are eating late.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Narratively, it makes no sense for us to take a rest or anything yet. We're still all juiced up to go
Right.
on a revenge circuit tour, but we also are limited in our capabilities. We kind of know that.
True.
So my thoughts as we huddle around the table, not knowing if we're already made upstairs or not. Assuming we are though, right? Like, I don't want to plot and ploy if we don't need to. If we assume we're made and they're just waiting on us, then let's get the normals out of here and go to town. But if we don't know that we're made, I'd have to, I guess, yeah. I'm after the railroad, but I don't know that I'm known by the railroad, so I have to depend on you guys for that. Do we go back and try to blow the floor out from under them, or my thought was we'd blow the floor out from under them. Hear me out. We get under their building, blow up or under their room, small explosion, 2 or 3 sticks, and when they fall through the hole, or the parts of them that fall through the hole, if Saul is alive, you grab him and we go.
That'd be great and all if we didn't have to worry about like the randomness of the concussive blast that comes off of the dynamite, or the debris that fell on top of us, or the fact
We're gonna
that
have to
the
back out of the room.
Okay, well, aside from that, the old sheriff's not gonna be too happy if it's just over here blowing places up. We already went over that with her. I mean, I like blowing things up. Don't get me
She
wrong.
asked us not to, but I think she actually said she preferred us to blow up a different town. So
Yeah, that was the idea.
let's not high road this. She's fine with us blowing up a different town.
Yeah.
So
Or
it's a
somewhere in
long way.
between.
Yeah.
Or on the other side of that town, maybe. Really cut the railroad off. But
So Dusty,
can we
Elias,
save it for another day? We could just go up there.
I don't know your friend Saul, and I don't know. I know it's Elias told us who the other person was. Wellington, the cousin, or is it?
Yeah.
Did we?
There were 3 individuals in the room. I'm sorry. Counting Soul, there's actually 4. There were 4 individuals in the room.
Yeah, the sheriff who left.
Mm-hmm. Soul. Wellington, Tiberius Wellington.
Yeah.
And Henry Tuttle, who he recognized as the man that escaped the stagecoach whenever y'all robbed it.
Bamfed out of there, right?
Want to be very clear with what I'm about to say. It sounds like most of our targets are up there right now. It would be advisable, or at least helpful, if we could get it all taken care of in one go. I am, however, very, very hesitant, as I stated before, about blowing up any of Thunder Ridge if we don't have to. Now, that being said, if this is our best option, I am not completely opposed to it. And as of right now, I think it's relatively safe to assume that we have been made. Whether the sheriff, and he kind of points to the door as if we're talking about the new sheriff, whether the sheriff was acting like he didn't recognize us or not. For all we know, he could be bringing reinforcements through that front door any moment. What I'm trying to say is we need to make a decision quickly, in my opinion, and either leave, go upstairs, or blow upstairs.
I don't mind facing them. We don't really have much of a reason to deal with the lawman in the middle of his own town yet. We'd have to bring that up somehow. But the railroad, we have our reason right here. And you'll have Wargraph's skull. They already tried to kill us. And I have a long list of reasons to take down the railroad.
I do not disagree, and I will remind you that they tried to kill us this morning. So if we can eliminate all of them quickly, some would even say humanely, or catanely, felinely. I'm fine to go up and look and have a confrontation, but no going in that we're going to go in at a disadvantage twice over.
I mean, it makes sense for you to go. They don't know you. Can you act drunk?
I don't do drunk. I can act many ways.
Wine.
That crowd isn't going to put up with just a random person coming in. I would need some reason, something to trade, something to give them. I also wouldn't know, I guess, would I know Jeremy? Would they know me yet? Based off my background, I'm obviously not a friender of them and have had
Not
cross-ins.
to your knowledge.
But not to this group, I don't think, right? Like,
no, nobody in this knowledge and nobody in this group, to your knowledge, would have any reason to know who you are.
right, I came in to hunt, not
Right.
hunted, right? Yeah, so it is who, Wellington? Tiberius?
Tiberius Wellington, which is the cousin to the actual Mage Baron that runs Wellington Rails.
Got it.
A direct relative to a Mage Baron.
So it's that, and who's the guy who came into town?
Henry Tuttle. He is an employee of Wellington Rails, and like I said, he was the only one that survived the stagecoach robbery that your companions pulled on him several nights ago, a week, probably closer to a month ago.
Do we have, aside from you all, is there anything we can give them that they would want?
The platinum.
They can get platinum. I have something that they might want if they have some.
Is it valuable, dangerous? What is it?
It might get you in the door, I don't know, but it might get you killed. And he'll take out this a little bit bigger than, I guess, about the size of a football. I don't know. You could describe it if you wanted to, Glenn.
It's probably fist-sized crystal.
I imagine it has some kind of like points on either end. So he has one on the table and one on his finger, and he spins it.
I don't think I have Arcana. I mean, obviously I have something in Arcana, but I have to pull the sheet up, sorry.
This is Soul's personal focus.
Yeah, you could roll Arcana or Religion, either one.
Okay, yeah, I've got my skills.
I removed it from his chest when he died for scientific purposes.
He died for scientific purposes?
No, I removed it after.
That's
yes,
a
everything is
18.
Okay. Um.
I mean, I had it in Saul's chest, so would I know what it is or not?
So yes, but in addition, there is a little bit more apparently that Marco knows about this.
Oh,
So this purple crystalline substance, was used by the ancient Dorathians on incredibly rare occasions to try to subdue or contain powerful magic. Like this was like a containment field, a containment unit, a box essentially, but like an arcane box. This is a fragment of one of those.
I'm gonna reach out and take that from Lucky if he'll let me take it and pull it in and be like, where in the fuck did you all get this?
that's a story for Soul to tell. But like I said, it was in his chest cavity, and where I seem to have seen his magic come from or be enhanced by. And I did something to it, but now that he's gone, it doesn't have the same effect.
Dusty knows the actual story, or if it was just been referred to him as the incident. Either way,
So-
Dusty probably wouldn't tell the story, but he would probably, if he knew the story, be like, "Oh yeah, it's a hell of a story."
1 second. Trying to remember, does D&D have willpower saves, or is that like Call of Cthulhu?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. Okay, so it's an 11 on whether or not I can stop myself from going upstairs to kill those people now knowing what it is they have. So I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but
11's not a super strong roll.
the horses we ride are not shipped in. How do I say? Do you know any Dorathian contacts?
We did some horse sales with some. And there's always that skull that Virgil has.
Of course, they've traded directly with the First Nations. I want nothing more in my life than to blow up this hotel right now. Except perhaps to bring in Tiberius's family and blow up this hotel while they're all here. And I think you may have given us something that can do that.
Yeah, you add that to your dynamite, you might have a good time.
Yeah.
The
Even
door
I might feel-
upstairs closes
That's-
again, and you
I'm
hear another set of steps.
shit.
These a lot lighter, and the figure that comes down the stairs is Soul.
Damn it.
His eyes are giving off like a purple smoke, almost a haze. Comes down the stairs, and as he rounds the staircase where he would be able to see you, he looks directly at your table, those of you sitting there, and does not break eye contact with you as he continues down the stairs slowly.
Our floor or farther down?
One more time?
To our floor or farther down?
No, to your floor.
Okay.
Look, To be
I thought he
blunt.
was just giving us the side eye as he intentionally walked to the basement.
Yeah, I thought he like walked past us like, fuck you, look how good I'm looking now.
No, he literally is just like staring at you as he's coming down the from the upstairs down to the ground floor where y'all are.
As much as I want to kill all of these people here, everything that screams to me right now is that we should take this crystal to the Drathians to get us.
Yeah,
This isn't.
It might be too late to leave, and I think Dusty's just staring at Soul, or the Fennec Fox formerly known as Soul.
And it's definitely Soul. Like, the way he's dressed, the way he looks a little, well, a little pallid, a little pale. And his clothes are a little, like you can see a little bit of like wear and tear, like from the damage that he suffered whenever he died, but they look clean. But you know that there's even like simple magic that can make clothing clean. And again, he just like maintains eye contact as he bottoms the stairs and then rounds towards the restaurant and starts walking straight towards your table.
Saul, you're looking rather prestigious, wouldn't you say?
I wouldn't use such a word as that, no, but I am feeling invigorated.
How's that hole treating you?
Oh, it's a minor inconvenience.
I mean, you're already small enough, right?
Are we making jokes about people missing parts of themselves?
Oh, I have to, man. How else do you deal with that?
I see. Strange to find you all here. I would say it's good to see you again, but that would be a lie.
Can you see us?
I see you better than you think.
Hmm.
Is this a new friend? Trying to replace this one already?
That's what Dusty says.
Hmm.
I think Elias is shaking a bit, and he's going to pull his gun out.
Okay.
And you bastard.
The restaurant empties. Go ahead. Sorry.
You bastard, what have you done with our friend?
I did nothing with him. You threw him away. It was nothing more than picking up a scrap of trash that had not yet molded. You weren't using him anymore? Why shouldn't I?
We weren't using him to begin with.
Ah, that's what you say. That's what you tell yourselves.
That's
But
what
are you not here now? Because you are using his name as an excuse? Your revenge for his death? Fresh in your minds? Eating away at your heart? Causing a hole of your own in your chest?
Actually, I'm here for revenge for somebody else.
Oh,
I already got
that's
mine.
right. Many people around you die, don't they?
Everybody dies.
Indeed. So I don't see why you're making such a fuss over me borrowing this shell.
Well, I mean, we laid it to rest.
Who the fuck are you?
That is the first fun question you have asked. But I'm not going to answer.
I have 6 more questions here for you.
Oh, yes. The threat of the gun.
Would you rather the knife?
It's been a sword, magic, a gun. It makes no difference. You can't threaten this vessel any more than you can this table.
I'm curious if I can. You see, I came across this a while back. And I pulled out a phylactery to see what response he gets.
Roll me an insight check.
Oh. Oof, 9.
Okay. You pull this out, and Soul stares at it, stares at you. Is that supposed to mean something to me?
It may or may not, but from what I understand, and I'll try and crush it with my mechanical arm.
Okay. What is the phylactery made of?
Sorry, is the phylactery the crystal?
It's a crystal orb that is.
Oh, your phylactery. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the sphere that looks like it's a diamond, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think you said like labyrinth, basically.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, roll me a strength check, because this is a diamond, and it is a rather large, solid diamond.
They do smash with hammers.
Yeah, that is not good. Let me see if I have any points of inspiration or anything, because
Uh-oh.
yeah. I don't see one marked, so I'm gonna go with the no. Yep, 0. Oh man, that's like a 5. So I'm negative in
All right.
strength.
Just up there squeezing hard.
You try to, you like bearing down on this thing, you know, contorting your face with concerted effort, but it's just not happening. This thing is,
Oh,
I mean, it's a fucking solid diamond.
I'm sorry. That's because when I make a melee attack, I use my armor, which has thunder gauntlets normally, but
It wasn't technically an attack, but I'll let it apply in this place because it is still based on the power armor's strength.
the only thing is, I believe in last session, I changed my configuration to the infiltrator armor.
Oh, okay. That does sound somewhat familiar.
So let me see if I think the gauntlets change into something else. I think it's a chest crystal weapon. Or like a wrist gauntlet thing that I can try and shoot it with instead.
Instead, you turn the diamond into a smoothie.
That's still pretty impressive.
Okay, so I get a lightning launcher, and I would try to use that on there. It can be from my chest or from my fist. I'm gonna choose from the chest because that's more Iron Man. And try to melt this thing with a unit beam.
So you're just gonna like hold this sphere out in front of you and try to just shoot this lightning bolt through this diamond sphere.
Yeah, try to just
All right. Okay.
right towards Soul. Point it right directly towards him. So if something else
Interesting.
happens, kiss this.
Okay. Is there damage associated with it, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll that for me.
Should I roll to hit first then?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, it's an inanimate object, and you have it in your hand, so.
Nat 1, you might vaporize your hand, though, I guess.
That would suck.
That's, I think, 5 lightning damage. I don't think I add anything to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
an
yeah,
an extra D. Okay, so 2d6s. Oh yeah, 2 more.
7 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you hold this thing like close to this new configuration of your armor, and you shoot a lightning bolt through it. It impacts it, but carries through. I don't know if diamonds are a good conduit for electricity or not. I imagine they probably are, but I have no clue. So I'm gonna say it's a
They're
great
mostly
conduit.
carbon.
Okay.
So that should be decent.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's in this case at least. It sounds like it's a great conduit for this lightning bolt that shoots through it, and because this is a pure like diamond sphere, there's no fractures or like impurities in it for the lightning bolt to become like refracted or anything like that. So it goes straight through this thing, and it goes straight into Soul. And it seems almost as if like this thing even magnifies this lightning bolt. Like it comes out like broader than it went in. It hits Soul, and you watch as Soul like comes apart, almost like tissue paper in water. But all of the parts of him that fray and come apart all have this kind of like purple glow to them. And as he's coming apart, the figure turns his face kind of away from this, and you just hear him before there's nothing left.
Well, Soul's been taken care of, but I don't think that soul has been taken care of. But you still have that. And I guess I still have this.
Think that Virgil is taking all that in. He watches this happen. And I think he was going to do something, but then when they all stepped in and did something for him, I think there is a little bit of relief that he doesn't have to be the one to do it. But now with that finality and that laugh, knowing that this was a facade, which he assumed it was a facade, but now he's curious as to what is this entity, and is this entity just playing with us? Is it still in the room? You know, like, is it, did we just open up Pandora's box and now we have to deal with a bigger problem than we already have?
I mean, the restaurant did empty with people like screaming as Elias brandished his gun.
Gotcha. Okay.
And there is now a lightning bolt sized hole through the wall of the restaurant.
Through the wall of the top of the building, right? The floor above the restaurant.
He kind of held it out, directed at Soul, who's pretty close to the floor. So I mean, it's a fairly like through the wall and like outside.
Through the wall and the roof.
Yeah.
Like of where, okay.
Comes thunder.
Yeah. Well,
Chica.
Ain't no hiding now.
Well, I don't think there was before.
Yeah, I don't think there was.
How is this different than blowing a hole in the floor?
Look, I didn't know.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just trying to find how to communicate ideas.
You know how this is different? You still have your dynamite.
Hey, we're being responsible. I appreciate it.
Yes. Conserve, right?
Yeah. Okay. Well, so Jeremy, just catch me up a little bit. Soul has now been evaporated? Question mark.
Potentially. Yes,
potentially.
that's what seems to have happened. Yeah,
Okay.
he literally came down from the room upstairs.
Oh, he came downstairs. I thought we were
Mhm.
upstairs. I think that's
Nope.
why my brain was like,
Okay,
we're
I see.
upstairs.
No, he there was still much deliberation. Eventually Soul came downstairs and walked directly over to your table.
Okay.
While kind of mean glaring at all of you. And then engaged in a little bit of light conversation. Which then prompted Elias to draw his gun. And Laz to shoot lightning bolt through the phylactery.
Oh, okay.
And when the lightning bolt contacted this form, it seems to have come apart. But it was a little easy. Seemed a little easy.
Yeah. Okay.
To be clear, that light conversation was a little bit insulting.
So let me do this. Let me do this then. I would like to. Let me see if I've got something that I can use. Do I? I think for me, I want to get it to where Virgil, I want to try to see if I can detect if there's if Soul's magic or soul, or if I can detect whatever that entity was, if it's still in the room, in the presence with us, or if like right now we would potentially be safe. Not sure. That's kind of why I want to check.
Do you have any kind of like, not divine sense, but any kind of sensory magic?
I think I do, but I don't think I have, because I'm a warlock. I don't think I ever chose those spells.
Would you like a paw? A hand?
Yeah, I think so actually.
Do you want to communicate that to me so then I can help?
Yeah.
Then I would be able to detect magic and or identify.
Yeah. Laz, gosh dang it, do me a favor. Can you take a look and see if whatever that was, because that sure as hell wasn't so. Whatever that was, if you could see if it has left this premises, or if it's sticking around and waiting to, I don't know, possess one of us, perhaps.
Uh-oh. So he literally had an emergency. He had to get up. All right. So, what level spells do you have access to currently, Chad?
Oh, brother. I have up to third level spells.
Third level. Okay. So as far as your Gallowtree Warlock expanded spells, you have for first level Dissonant Whispers and Entangle. For second level, you have Augury and Phantasmal Force.
Okay.
And then for third level, you have Bestow Curse and Speak with Dead.
Gotcha. So
I don't know that there's anything necessarily that would help you with that.
Yeah, because Speak with Dead is a good one, but I don't have the body currently to speak with.
Right.
So,
yeah. You've got
Augury might be okay, but that's like more of a divination. So I don't think that would fit.
Okay. Okay, so it's a little bit of a stretch, but you got an ability at 6th level called Ghostwalker.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yes.
You walk the world with 1 foot in the grave, rendering your physical body incorporeal for brief moments of time.
Yeah.
You can move
Okay.
through the space of any creature as if they were difficult terrain. So again,
Okay.
it's a little bit of a stretch, but you could try potentially like going incorporeal and taking a look around the ethereal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's cool. I really like that idea.
We're in the spirit world, asshole. They can't see us.
They can't see us.
It's Young Guns too. There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Everybody out there
Yep,
who's
I was
over
trying to unmute. That was
I think
the clap.
that is 100% what Virgil would do in this moment. Then, since he doesn't have like a detect magic or detect like divinity for good and evil.
Okay.
Is there a role you're doing?
I don't think there is
Or
a
is
role
it-
associated.
Don't think there is a
with it.
role associated with it. I think
Cool.
I can go
but
into it.
we can have one. We can do a perception roll.
Yeah,
I can
let's go
have
for-
you. I can probably help boost this, I think,
Okay.
if Jeremy wants additional shenanigans.
I'm always up for shenanigans.
Because, I mean, again, player on this, and I want to kill everybody, don't get me wrong, but D&D is more than just killing.
It's more than just. Thank you, Glenn. That it.
Sometimes
Everybody.
it's more than
D&D
just
is
killing.
more than just killing.
It's creative ways to figure out how to kill them in
Exactly.
bigger and better,
More
funner ways
than
later.
just murder hobos. We role play here.
So
How
to
to use
boost
your
this,
combat abilities out of combat.
I'll burn my last second level detect thoughts and use message to communicate with you, because we both have message back and forth.
Yes, we do.
To use message to communicate between you if I'm picking up any thoughts in the area on that portion of it. Because
Okay.
it's concentration up to a minute. For the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures. You can focus your mind on any creature that you see within 30 feet of you. I don't really see it now, but since you're going over there, I can, if you see anything, if anything comes up, I can, if we're trying to like do an Arcana backtrace or a ethereal backtrace. Does that work, Jeremy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's whatever he's casting, and then on top of that, we're going to cast a second level spell to try to figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Chad, what does it look like
all
as you
about
do
it.
this?
So I think what you see is Virgil. I feel like Virgil is on the verge of like the Jeff Bridges, like I'm getting fed up with this, like that I have to go do things this way because things didn't work out the way that my brain wanted it to, right? So he goes, all right, give me a minute. I gotta put one foot in the grave. And you watch as he steps forward, I think almost into the vapor path that soul like dissipating. You watch as he puts a foot out and a claw out, and then all of a sudden, like those ethereal, spectral, like sort of vapors kind of accumulate across his body, and you watch in the room as he sort of vanishes for a second, and then like almost like heat coming off of a desert, you see this sort of ethereal spectral form of you all would see an ethereal spectral form of Virgil walking around, but in his eyes, where he's at, he is now flipped into the spectral world of this this bar, and he now can look around in that space and see what kind of clues he can drum up.
In the moment that you make this like transition, this step, Virgil, the room around you at first has the same shape, the same layout to it. But while you're here, you can hear like that twisting sound of like groaning tree limbs as they like
Yeah, like it's constantly like an old willow tree tapping at a window sort of situation. Yeah.
All of the wooden furniture and the wooden floor and the wooden walls that you're surrounded by start to like twist and elongate and amalgamate, and before much time has passed, you find yourself standing before the twisted boughs of the gallow tree. This entity that you have become too intimate with over the last however long. It looms before you, and you can see its boughs full of the spectral forms of the wicked, maybe, but at least those that the gallow tree deemed interesting enough to take.
Never thought I'd have to do it. I always thought I'd be flying solo every time I visited you. But yes, I do need your help. I know, and you know. That soul was him, and that soul was offered up to you. How in the world is it that I just witnessed my former friend upright and breathing, and then now he has departed again, but I can certainly tell that that was not so. So, Gallow Tree, with all your infinite wisdom, what the fuck is going on?
Your friend serves as an empty husk for a being of untold age, of unfathomable power. We long for him to scream from our wretchedness.
You want the beast?
Find him. Gift him to us. And
All right.
your debts will be wiped clean.
Wiped clean. And in that moment of clarity of like understanding that like potentially if this happens, if whatever this being is that was held in soul can be claimed by him, that his debts will be wiped. In that revelation, meaning I won't have to take the lives of my friends, that everything will go back to normal if I just this one creature, this one soul, whatever this is, one and done.
The pact you have made with us will be reset. You can retain your powers as long as you do our work. And if you need further help from us, that would be a future arrangement.
Very well. Then what I ask of you in this is you want me to kill a monster with my friends. You want me to take a monster for you. And swing it will. But first, I need a heading. I need to give something for my boys to be able to shoot. Now you tell me where that soul that you crave so much is headed.
We do not know where he is headed, but a name we can give. In times of yore, he was known by the Sorcerer King. Feed him to us.
Think with that, Virgil would bow head, tip his hat. Well, then the Sorcerer King, whoever he is, whatever they are, it will be done. You have my word.
With that, you find yourself back in the hotel. You saw no other entity, no other sign of anything present. And then for all of you who saw Virgil disappear, only see him disappear for an instant, and then suddenly he's several feet away, where he reappears.
Like down, I imagine where the hole in the restaurant, like where the hole has been blown open through the front door, I'm on the other side of the street. Like I had been walking down this alleyway across the street, just being like, and then I walk back into the gape of the hole, and I'm like, so you boys up for hunting a monster? Because I think we got a monster to kill.
We are already hunting a few of them.
Yes, but this one, this one, Dusty, I think you will prefer if we go after this one. For you see, if we go after, and he says this, not knowing if any of the rest of you would ping on this name, but he says, we go after one known only by the gallows trees, the Sorcerer King. Well, then that will remove debts which I carry, but debts also that apparently y'all carry. I like all of you, Dusty. From the moment that I met you, I hadn't had a posse that I trusted up until now. And so I don't want anything to happen to you. And so if you don't want anything to happen to you or to Elias or to Laz, if you don't want anything to happen to them, then I think that it is imperative that we seek this Sorcerer King out. While also dealing with the railroad business. I don't want to not do that. I'm just saying that if we can kill, no pun intended, two birds with one stone, I'd very much like to try and find a solution.
Again, as if on cue, a voice from outside the hotel calls out, Virgil Toontalon and the members of the Misfit Menagerie, you are all under arrest.
Is that what they're calling us?
We have the
terrible
hotel surrounded and guns pointed at every exit. Put your hands up, your guns on the floor, and exit the building. This is where we're going to take our break. So we're going to take a 10-minute bio break, go to the bathroom, refill your drinks, smoke them if you got them, kiss your spouse, etc., etc. Sit tight. We'll be right back with the second part of Session 15 of Thunder Ridge.
Hell yeah.
everyone. Welcome back from break. We are here tonight with our Thunder Ridge campaign. This is episode session, whatever you want to call it, 15, like a bad penny. The group has turned back up into town in Thunder Ridge, and they haven't been here for more than just an hour or two so far, and they've already blown a hole in a wall, drawn a gun in front of a room full of gathered lunchers, and so it's going about par for the course. They're making themselves welcome in town as usual. But also, they saw an old friend and didn't expect to. You know how that goes when you come across somebody you know out in public and you don't really expect to. So that went well as well. But now it sounds like there are people outside who are informing them the building is surrounded, that they have guns trained on every exit, and are being told, lower your guns, come out with your hands up, turn yourselves in. So what are you doing?
Bonus
They-
action.
Did they
Dropping
announce what we are being charged for?
Nobody has asked, and they certainly have not provided the information.
They said your name first and
Yeah,
foremost.
we
did
And
draw.
I think you
absolutely
have
did.
a thing out there with your face on it.
That's true.
And Elias did pull iron
It's
Yeah.
the Wild
in a
West.
restaurant.
Listen,
And there's
Well,
now
you
a
were
lightning-shaped hole in the wall as
the
well.
Bird Boys, we don't fuck around. We get straight to business. No, I think
He did also call you the Misfit Menagerie.
Which, by the way, I take offense to because I just joined this team and you did not tell me that was the name.
Oh, you weren't here to vote on it? Sadly.
I still feel like it should have been on the application.
You got an application?
so. I feel like Virgil would be the one to speak up beforehand, before anything fires off. I think that Virgil will look to Elias. Elias, you were planning on going upstairs. So I think that is still a
Yep.
good option. Sharpshooter
Yeah.
in the tower. Head on upstairs.
No, more than that, Saul shit. Now I'm confused.
Yeah.
Damn it, bringing back my history on me. CNX.
Marco.
Marco is gonna message you since we've been chatting before while you were
Yeah.
talking to your tree. Like, get upstairs. It's hostages. If Wellington is upstairs, it's a hostage.
That's also a good idea. Yeah, let's head on up, see what we find. Well, I will stay down here for a moment. Y'all head on upstairs. Then we can make a choke point at the stairway. They have to come up, come get us, if we have no intention of coming out. So I'll talk to them first, see what we are being charged for. And then afterwards, I'll meet you upstairs.
This might also be an opportunity for one of us to take a peek at the basement. There's confusion happening.
Dusty, you want to do that while we got a chance?
I can.
I'd say now's the time to peek if you got it.
Split the party.
Split the party.
Yeah, I'm like, good times. What's splitting it in thirds? Should do
Well,
to it.
'cause-
I'm fine going to the basement too.
No, I think Elias needs to be above because you being the quick shot, you can take them out from above if they do decide to enter in.
Yep.
So I think, yeah. I think I'm going to talk to them for a second, and then I will join you upstairs once I'm done. But the goal is I'm not leaving here. I don't think we come quietly. Especially if the voice I'm hearing is the new sheriff, which I'm going to assume it is.
It does, in fact, sound like the voice of Mr. One, Oscar Bennett.
Yeah. So I think you see as Virgil sort of rallies the troops to go where they need to go. Bennett! Hey! Great tale, old friend. What exactly are you charging me with, if I can be so bold as to ask?
Where are you issuing this from? Are you just shouting it from the center of the restaurant, or have you moved to a window or a door, or?
I think I have moved myself closer to the saloon doors, but it's like when you put your back up against, like,
Yeah,
when you
you're
put your
stacking
back
up.
up against a wall, you stack up so there's
Yep.
no line of sight for them to shoot at you, but you can still have a conversation. So I'm not
Mhm.
near the windows, but I am stacked up near one of like the pillars that
door.
are holding up the building or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Just enough so that they can hear me, but they don't necessarily know where
Absolutely.
I'm standing.
Yep. If you had a gun, you'd have it drawn, held up to your chest.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I don't need one because I don't use guns.
Right, because you have guns in your fingers.
Bang bang, baby.
Pew pew. Eldritch blast.
Hey, Eldritch blast.
From where you moved to the door, you did kind of catch brief glimpses outside as you kind of moved there, and you can see, again, you're in like the shade, the relative dark. Now it is incredibly wintry and snowy outside, but the sun is bright today, and you can see that there are people moving into position behind horse troughs, barrels, the edges of buildings. Like, he wasn't lying. Just looking out front, you can see probably half a dozen or more armed individuals kind of like moving into or hunkered down under cover. And you can see what you're guessing is Bennett's rifle from like down the street. You know he's good with a long gun. Like, maybe not quite as good as Elias is, but he is notorious for killing people at long distances. He shouts out to you, and he says, "Take your goddamn pick, Virgil. Your wanted sheet's as long as my arm. Let's call it your part in the Mabin's Bluff massacre. Or could be shooting a hole in the hotel right in the middle of town. Could even be the murder of a reclaimer, as you killed Captain Morgraff. Is there a particular crime you want to have read out before I take you in?"
Well, Hoss, looks like you brought a hell of a crew with you for one meek old bird.
Oh, no. We got lots of room to hang all you up. All your friends are gonna swing for their part in all your crimes. Virgil?
See, there's something to you. I feel like every time we go down this road, Bennett, you seem to always say that I'm the one who's gonna be hanging. You forget I got a real tight bond with that noose. And so you want me so badly. Why don't you come on and get it?
So am I to understand, Virgil, that you are resisting arrest?
I'm resisting your arrest, yes.
You hear a bunch of guns like cycle their actions. You hear the hammers on revolvers being cocked back.
If there was another sheriff here, I might be more inclined to agree. But it seems as though you have run that one out as well. So I'm going to take my pick where I can get them. And I'm going to make sure that you know I ain't going no damn where, especially with you.
Just so that all of our cards are on the table, Virgil, I am the one and only sheriff in Thunder Ridge. All these fellas gathered around me here are my fine deputies. We are here to arrest a criminal, and you are resisting my arrest. So what happens here will not be murder. It will be justice. Make right with your God.
Amen.
Let's roll initiative.
Yep.
All right. Starting strong here. Liza's always got a good initiative. Anybody else? Okay, we got. And all right. So, first up, although he's not at his chair currently, is going to be Laz. So, we might just have to come back to him in a second here. Virgil, you're up next. What you got?
Okay. Well, gosh dang, man. I was hoping and praying that these mothers would leave me alone. But now,
I mean, to be fair, they did give you a chance of peace.
yeah, but let's be honest, this was an ambush from the get-go. I knew at the moment he looked over at our table, so I wasn't planning on getting out of here fairly. On that note, though, I do think that I will start off. And so I started the shooting. No, I think I will. I'm trying to see if I don't have a lot of spells, y'all. And so I'm trying to see.
Nope. To be fair, you don't have a lot of spells as a warlock, period.
No, you don't. Right. So you.
Well, I mean,
so
you have plenty. You just don't have the slots.
Right. You kind of want to save what you got. Mm-hmm. So.
And you cast one already, didn't you?
I did. So I only have one major spell to do later. So I'm going to hold off on that. For now.
Okay.
I will cast Eldritch Blast. I'm going to take a look and I'm going to see if I can. I'm gonna move upstairs with the rest of my party. First of all.
Okay, so you're gonna move towards the stairs.
I'm gonna move towards the stairs.
How fast you move?
I am moving at 30 feet.
Okay, so it's gonna take you more than 30 to get up the stairs especially from the front door.
Yeah,
so you can dash as your action if you want, and make it all the way upstairs, or you can be halfway up the stairs and still take an action.
I'll be halfway up the stairs and then shoot off 2 Eldritch Blasts at some of the local posse that I see that he's gathered.
Yeah, so I imagine you're probably doing it
like as I'm
on
going
your
up the
way.
stairs.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm firing
you break,
backwards.
Yeah, you break cover from where you're stacked up, and you just like pew pew John Woo style out the front door.
Yeah,
as
I think
you,
there's
yeah,
I
make
think
a
there's
mad
some
dash for
like
the stairs.
so I think there's some avian parkour that happens as he like kind of ducks, swoops, like kick. I think he would honestly. I think with Laz's help of like fixing his leg a little bit, I think you watch as he ducks, swoops under a table with his wingspan, kicks it backwards so that one of the tables flips backwards, and then as he's going up the stairs, he's gonna pop shots at like two of the gunmen of the posse outside. Even if he has to like shoot through the windows or whatever, he's going to try to shoot them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. They will have cover.
Okay, that's fine.
So their AC will be increased.
Okay. Oh, got stuck. Try that again. Okay, that's not bad. That's going to be a 17 plus 7 to hit for the first one.
24.
Yep. 24
yeah.
To hit. Okay.
That'll still hit.
So, okay. That's going to be 11 damage on the first Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So the first guy. And then the second Eldritch Blast is going to come in. And that's going to be a 14 to hit this time.
A 14 will not hit.
Will not hit. Okay. So, yeah, the other one goes wide.
Yeah, you kind of like break cover, realizing the shitstorm of bullets that are about to start flying through this wall. You make a dash towards the stairs as fast as you can, and flipping this table over, you zing 2 Eldritch Blasts like through the open door out into the street. One of the guys who was just kind of like moving from one position to another, he's got a shotgun in his hand and he's trying to get a little bit closer. And before he manages to reach this second position, your Eldritch Blast just catches him like straight in the chest. And he falls down into the snow. You can see he's not quite dead, but he is not feeling great. The second guy, however, you fire this like out towards a wagon that this individual is kind of like crouched behind the wheel of. And instead, the Eldritch Blast hits one of like the spokes of the wagon wheel on your side and just like completely shatters the wood. Okay, we skipped Laz at the very, very beginning. He technically went right before Virgil did. But Chad, what is Laz up to?
I guess I needed to know if Dusty was still down there or if it was just Virgil that was left.
It sounded like Virgil at least had said everyone else go upstairs. I'm going to stay down here. But what did you do, Dusty?
I had mentioned going to the basement, and Virgil kind of
okay. So as of right now, nobody has seen the basement or the cellar, so you don't know exactly where it is. So you might have to look for it. So you can definitely do that. It just might take longer than just heading straight there.
Okay, so I know it's not my turn yet, but essentially that's probably what I'm gonna do is just spend my first
okay
looking,
so you're probably still on the ground floor just like starting your search kind of thing, so you're heading towards a different part of the building. Does that answer your question, Laz?
Yeah okay.
I'm
gonna act as a mediator and not completely lose sight of him and try to keep a leg between the rest of the party and him. And
okay, so you're also going to be on the ground floor then.
Yeah, nearer to the stairs so I can...
Okay. Or you could also go halfway up the stairs if you wanted to. For the time being, that would still keep you in line of sight with Dusty. But if he goes through any doors or anything like that, you'd lose sight of him.
So I think before we went into initiative, right, Elias was headed up the stairs, and then I was going up after him. So we might... Are either of us still on the stairs?
No, both of you would have gone upstairs already, because y'all were headed upstairs as Virgil was moving to the front door and talking.
Okay, great.
So then Virgil would be on the stairs now?
Yes, he's halfway up the stairs.
Then I'll be at the bottom of the stairs.
Okay, gotcha. So yeah, moving there doesn't take anything more than your normal move. Is there anything action-wise, bonus
Sure.
action-wise you want to do?
If I didn't get it covered before, I would have my helmet down.
Okay. It chink 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 into place and kind of like covers up, well, I would say your vital spots, but I think you're missing most of your vital spots.
It hits my vital spot.
Okay. And then Virgil just zinged his 2 Eldritch Blasts out the door, went halfway up the stairs. Dusty, it is your turn.
I'm just gonna spend this time trying to see if I can find the entrance to the basement.
Okay. Yeah, roll me an investigation roll.
Ooh, that's gonna be a 19 total.
Okay, excellent. So you hear this shouting match unfolding between Virgil and Oscar Bennett. You hear that it goes well, as expected, and it sounds like old friends catching up. And then you hear whatever it is, the sound that you associate with Virgil's Eldritch Blast. I imagine it makes some kind of sound. You hear that kind of rip through the air of the door, and then immediately you hear, the report of guns in the street. Just all of a sudden, bullets start slamming into the wooden facade of this hotel. Occasionally, you'll see a bullet like just pass straight through, like, the walls in front of you, as it just goes straight through these, buildings that are built in the middle of the frontier. Not super thick walls. But at one point, this bullet comes through the wall and hits the doorknob, and you hear this ting as it ricochets off of the brass of the door handle. And as it does so, that door comes slightly open, and looking into the room, you see it looks like a storage room. And then there is another door at the other side that you're pretty sure leads downstairs. It looks like there's things that are gathered kind of near it that might have been transitioned from upstairs downstairs. But it does appear to have a lock on it.
Silly. That's what my tomahawk's for.
All right. Marco, it is your turn.
So Marco was at the top of the steps, right?
Polo. Sorry.
Yep.
Yep.
Marco.
I think it was
Hello.
upstairs.
Elias is also there with me. I can't change my. Is Elias after me in this rotation, or did I miss what you did there, Elias?
Yes, he's right after.
Okay, shit. I am going to, because I don't know which room they're in right now.
That is
oh wait,
correct.
no, I do. He
told
I do
y'all.
know. He told me. So I'm gonna head towards that room then. While messaging. Yeah, I'm just gonna head to that room then and see what I can, where I get her. How far is that?
Okay. So yeah, you head towards that door, and you kind of head down the hallway and find the door at the end of the hall, the one that you're told leads to the big room.
Mhm.
And as you reach out and grab the door, the handle is locked. And this is, compared to the walls, this door is pretty sturdy.
Okay. So I don't think that sorry, I'm trying to bite my phone to get the app back open.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Whenever I go to Zoom, then it doesn't want to go back to.
No,
D&D
yeah,
Beyond.
I totally understand. You're a cleric? No, bard.
Bard. I've got myself back into here now. Yeah, I'm trying to look
Okay.
at my spells that I still have left.
Cool.
because I don't want to go big until I can see something on that. I have to be able to see to do that. Be able to see to do that. And that, damn it. I am going to message down to Dusty to chuck dynamite down there if he needs to, because we got to get out of here. I don't think we're gonna be able to fight all these battles at once. And then I'm going to hold my turn or hold my action to I'm going to give Bardic to Elias, who's after me, to get through that door. So that should help him in whatever way he wants to get through that door. And then
Okay.
I'm going to, I have to be specific if I hold my action, right? I have to say, like, I'm going to hold my action to fire off.
Yeah,
a
so
spell.
you can hold your action, which costs you your action right now, and then on a future point, you can interrupt or whatever. You burn a reaction
Right,
to
with the
cash
trigger,
it in.
right.
With a trigger, yes.
Yeah.
Or you can completely delay your turn if you want, and you just wouldn't do the inspiration, and then you can just take a whole turn after Elias goes. You just can't do that as an interrupt to anything.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't know that your house rules allowed for the turn delay. I'll do a turn delay then. Let Elias go before me.
Okay.
He was in front of me anyways.
Okay. So I'm going to bump you down. It is a permanent bump, so you'll go after Elias from here on out.
Works for me.
Okay. Then right before Elias goes, because he actually had the same initiative order that you did, Marco, is Oscar Bennett. So he is actually going to go next, and then Elias is going to go. And then you can go. So, Bennett is going to take his shot at Virgil as Virgil moves across the open area towards the stairs. So, Virgil, you'll have a +2 to your AC for partial cover, because he's having to kind of shoot at the bottom half of you. But what is your armor class?
With the +2, it's a 16.
16. All right. He is shooting.
It's not
you
great. I'm a little
twice.
squishy warlock. I did not build
Oh,
my
no.
building to be chunky.
That die is gone forever.
Perhaps in my favor.
You said a 16 total?
16 total.
Okay. So he hits you both times.
Fudge cracker. Yeah.
So you are going to take piercing damage
Yep.
to the point of
Fantastic.
do you want them broken into two different amounts or
No, you're
altogether?
good. You can tell it to me all together. It's fine.
Okay. 24 points of piercing damage from the two shots combined.
Ooh, beans. Okay.
Those of you who can see Virgil,
Yep.
you can tell that he is actually glowing from the places where these bullets have struck him. Okay. Elias, it is your turn.
All right. So we said the door is locked.
It is, definitely.
All right. Then I'm going to shoot the handle.
All right. You don't have to roll to hit. Well, you can roll. I guess you can roll just to see if you get a critical. Did you really?
Yeah.
You bastard. Okay. So go ahead and roll your damage up, and then... Oh, so do you remember the way that I do criticals?
Total of the dice.
With all of your modifiers.
Okay.
and then roll the dice and add the modifiers a second time.
All right. Where's my thing? All right, so 1d10 plus 4.
It's 1d10 plus 4.
Yeah.
So you're starting at a 14.
Yep. And then a d10 plus 4. Okay.
Yep.
Just roll it over here instead. Five.
A d10 plus 4 for 5 points.
Yeah.
Okay. So it is still 19. So it's 19 points of damage. And is your rifle magical?
This is the pistol, and no.
Oh, the pistol. Okay. So yeah, you pull out this 6-shooter. You shoot this door. The bullet goes through. It absolutely splinters part of the wood. But you can see that this is like serious hardware. Like the way that this door has been installed was with intent. Like this was not just to keep like a room in a hotel locked. This is like reinforced. So though the bullet did cause damage, it's not enough to actually blow the lock open. Might be a little weaker if you wanted to try to like force your way through, but it's definitely not open yet.
No, I'll take my second shot, and it also was a crit.
Okay.
Virgil can look at the roll log.
It's amazing. Okay, so roll up your damage again. You start at 14.
So another 14.
Oh, no! What did you? Oh, you rolled max.
Yeah, I rolled a 10.
Okay, so that's 28 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like take a look at this for just a second, and for whatever reason, you get a real strong sense of like how this thing is put together. You take a step back, point your gun with like purpose at a spot that you feel is the most crucial, and you blast a second time. And as you do so, you watch this like magenta colored like line, a thread of energy like move from where your bullet hit in two different directions, so upwards and downwards at the same time, until it makes an entire rectangle in the shape of the door, tracing the outline. And then as that light fades, you watch the door handle literally just fall out of this door, and you, with a tap of your boot, are able to just like push it open, and it opens with this kind of magenta smoke as you step into the room beyond. You find a room that's kind of like, I don't know how familiar you are with Deadwood.
I've seen it.
Okay, so Swearengen's room, where it's like his bedroom on one part and an office in the other.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very much a room kind of like that. And then it has a balcony outside of it as well. You look around this kind of like hazy, like smoke that's kind of perforated from the door, and you see an individual like halfway out of the floor. Like you see the upper half of a human man. And as the door opens, he looks in your direction with a little bit of surprise on his face. As he drags a chest that looks familiar. It looks like the chest that you buried It is covered in kind of dirt and snow. And you can see as he kind of stares at you in shock, kind of in his finery and his freshly groomed facial hair. He looks as he's grabbing the handle of this box, sees you come into the door, very quickly like just dumps the box into a hole in the floor, and then drops out of view.
Okay, so let's step back just a little bit from a timing standpoint. If I action search
Okay.
when I enter the room.
I forgot you were a fighter. Amazing. Okay. Yeah.
Can I take another shot?
Yes, absolutely you can.
Perfect.
So there's this moment as you are like pushing open this door, that this door opens, like all this, again, this magenta smoke kind of like coming off of this dispelled protection. And as you look in this direction, and this guy makes eye contact with you, and he grabs this chest and starts to pull on it with all of his might. There's almost like that Marvel movie, like slow motion, where everything just kind of like grinds to a crawl.
Yeah.
As Elias's reflexes are able to give him a chance to take a shot at this guy.
24 to hit.
That'll do it, even with cover.
And 8 points.
Okay. He looks up, he grabs his chest, everything goes to slow motion. You already had your rifle kind of like, up, carried it at your hip. Or you had your revolver, Pistol. I guess. Yeah. So you level, and we watch in slow motion as the chamber in your revolver rotates. The hammer slams home and sets off the priming cap, and the bullet comes chasing down the barrel, and it slams straight into the pinstriped vest and lapel of his shoulder, and you hear it exit, and he and instead of jumping down, he falls out of view, and the box comes right after him, and you can hear it clamor down. You can hear the rain of platinum bars.
Okay.
All right. Marco.
Did I see him go through the floor?
From where you're in the hallway, not yet, no.
Okay. So how far is it to me to get to the room?
About 20 feet.
Okay. And yeah, this is like a long, like an exposed balcony, like upper level balcony kind of thing.
Yes. Yeah, it looks down on the floor below.
Got it. Yeah. I'll go to look in the door.
When you look in the door, you see, I mean, it is a hole in the floor that is rapidly closing. And where the hole is, it looks like it's centered in the middle of like a charcoal drawing of runes. And there's like 2 or 3 other charcoal circles with runes kind of drawn in other places on the floor, but the runes are off. Like they're not written correctly. They're scratched out and redrawn. The circle's drawn a couple of times. Like they're very, very poorly done. And the
Does
one
it look
that
like a basement or a cellar?
No. You're not able to even really see down into the hole. You're basically just able to see that it doesn't look like the room below. And this hole is not like a broken hole in the floorboards of the room. Like this is like an enchanted circle that is like irising closed.
Got it. And there's no one else in the room because we should still be anticipating Wellington and the mage to be in the room, right?
Yes. Yeah, Tuttle and Wellington.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're not in the room, correct?
When you look in there, you don't see anybody in the room. other than Elias.
Damn it. And a closing magical ruin circle
Correct.
that I cannot get to in time. Is that correct?
You would be hard pressed to get to it before it closes. So we can make a roll, depending on what you're going to try to do.
Well,
we can.
now hear me out.
Okay.
I'm Tabaxi. So
Congratulations.
Once per long rest, I can double my movement speed for 1 turn. I just can't do it again. That's not per long rest. Sorry, I just can't do it again until I use 0 movement on one of my turns.
Okay. Interesting. Very cool.
So that would push me to 60 feet in the 6-second time frame.
Yep. Yeah, the movement will not be an issue at all.
So I'm going to try to move to see if I can get a view into the hole or whatever. Since they're both gone,
Gotcha.
I'm assuming they either went down into it, and then I can try to see if religion or arcana will let me know what's happening.
Okay. Absolutely. So, yeah, you kind of blow past Elias in the door, again, kind of like pushing through this magenta curling smoke. And as you push into the room, you notice the floor, the way that I kind of described it to you, and you see the one that still seems to be open and is starting to like close. And you move over to that spot and are able to kind of like look straight down. And the first thing that you see is Tiberius Wellington, shot through the shoulder, his big bushy red beard being immediately recognizable. And he looks like he is being helped down or caught by another individual. I don't know if you would know him.
All good. You had me at Tiberius. Can I cast Fireball through that teleport portal?
I would love for you to cast Fireball into that hole.
Then I'm going to burn my last 3rd level for the day. I'm pretty sure I still have one. I'm double checking. So my feline agility is burned. Let me mark that so I don't use that until I go to 0 on movement. And then 3rd level spells. Someone made the joke I heard the other day. It's like, D&D Beyond, you can be as slow as pen and paper, but with your tablet. Yep, I have 1/3 man. I'm so fucking out of spells, and hope you guys don't need healing. So that burns the 3rd level spell, and that casts Fireball. So Death save, DC 15.
It is 3rd level, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. You cast your spell. You make the somatic gestures, or not somatic. Yeah, somatic gestures.
If I can counterspell me.
You zing your finger down towards this iris as it is collapsing, and you watch as the individual who's like catching Wellington, the person you don't know the name of, his eyes go wide behind his glasses, and he rapidly moves his hands in a practiced gesture, and he counterspells your Fireball. This individual looks like an older man, has a full beard, long gray hair, spectacles. No doubt in your mind that this was a practiced spellcaster, and recognized what you were doing and immediately had this ready, counters the spell, and the iris goes swoop and closes.
I think you'll just hear me screaming, fuck, and then I'll yell that the fucking bastards got away or the cowards got away.
All right. You see bullets start tearing through the wall as the deputies are now going to go.
Are they surrounded?
Yes. Yeah, they have the building surrounded. They were not lying. So this is actually going to be an environmental hazard. I need everybody that's inside that building to make a dexterity saving throw.
How about charisma?
Close.
I'm so beautiful. They cannot touch me.
No one would harm you.
Dexterity's not bad, actually. I'm a cat. It's good.
Mine suck.
Oh,
Oh, Elias.
You cannot crit on saves, but I did get a 20. And so with adjustment, that is 23.
Okay. All right, I think we're missing one. What you got, Chad? For Lucky.
30.
A 30.
No.
Okay.
A dirty 20.
Oh, dirty 20.
Yeah.
Got it. 2 dirty 20s. 21 and 20 something. Marco.
23.
23.
Yeah.
And then Elias with a 5. So
Just so inverse of like art.
the
Yep.
usual. So all of you were in places that didn't get hit as hard, or managed to put yourself behind something that had a little bit more, of a solid nature to it, or you just, weren't where the bullets went through. So you escape getting any of this hail of bullets that comes through. Elias, unfortunately, however, where you were standing, you catch a couple of bullets as they zip through, mostly in, extremities, wings, things like that. You're going to take 16 points of piercing damage.
Oh, so it's bypassing armor class?
Yeah, this is a saving throw situation. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is being treated just as an environmental hazard as far as the way I'm handling it.
How many points did you say?
13. Oh, no, 16.
16 points. All right.
So the walls around all of you, it just explode. There's just pieces of like splinters of wood like flying everywhere. Wallpaper is being torn off the wall. There's an oil lamp that's nearby that gets completely shattered, and oil like spills all over the table and onto the floor. It's one of those, again, almost like Young Guns at the end of the movie, where there's just an insane amount of lead that just goes sailing through every open space in this hotel. That brings us back around to the top with Laz.
Man. I am going to have to try to get line of sight. How far away roughly is the sheriff?
He's a pretty good distance. I would say he's about probably 120 feet from the front door.
Okay, I can still get him with the long range. So I'm gonna try to hit him with one of these gem-like nodes on my armor. And I think you said a 14 misses.
Yes, especially with cover. What were you zinging out at him?
What's that?
What were you throwing?
I was shooting a lightning from
your chest.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have extra attack.
Nice.
So
okay.
I'm going
So
to
take a second
do
one.
that again. Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of like move out, I guess,
So
somewhat out of
close.
the door or through the window or something.
Yeah, probably like blasting it. Like I'm a rabbit, so I can like hop up, blast it, hop back down.
Nice. Okay.
And I got a 22 to hit.
The 22, however, will bypass his cover.
All right.
That will hit.
And 9 lightning damage.
9.
Yeah.
Okay. You loose this lightning bolt. The first one like slams into the wooden sign that dictates the fact that it's the general store that he's on top of, and he ducks as your lightning bolt hits the wood and kind of like just chars, and burns a hole through it just like it did. But that second one, as he kind of comes back up to take a shot, you manage to actually shoot him in the top of the head, and you don't. How much was it again?
Oh, 9 lightning damage.
9. Takes 9 points. The juice. All right. Yeah, you can hear him. God damn it! As he did not care for that very much.
And then I would move to another location instead of staying right there, closer towards my buddy Dusty.
Okay. What is your
Downstairs.
movement?
35 feet right now.
Okay. It took you about 20 to get from the bottom of the stairs to the front door. So you'd have about 15 to move towards. Who were you moving towards? Lucky?
Dusty.
Or Justy? Okay. Oh, you're Lucky. I love that 2 of you are named after 2 different characters from the Three Amigos. It makes me insanely happy. Just so you know. Okay. You head towards
Just out of curiosity, how much further away is he from me?
Dusty had just moved into that room. He's probably another 15.
Perfect. I have 5 times proficiency, 15 feet that I can jump as a bonus action.
Nice.
And I
So
will-
yeah, you literally just kind of leap the last bit there.
Yeah. Boing.
Okay. Yeah, you land. You're standing right next to him, where he is kind of staring at this locked door.
Thank you.
Virgil, it is your turn.
Well, I don't like that there are so many of these people and they keep firing on us. So what I would like to do is, I know that I have a lot of spells. I'm a wizard. No, I'm kidding. I'm a warlock. I know that I'm a warlock. I only got 1 spell left, but I might as well do it. Try and get as many of them incapacitated as I can. So I'm going to take this opportunity as I move the rest of the way upstairs so that I can kind of get, I imagine that like in this hotel or in this restaurant, whatever, there's like that eye line level of windows that are right at the top of the stair level kind of thing. So I can look down and I can see as much of as many of them as I possibly can, you know? And then what I'm going to do is using I think we had talked about this, Jeremy, the way that I'm going to use my hypnotic pattern, instead of charmed, I think it only fits that they have like a frightened condition. Right.
Okay.
And so I think what it is like very much in the vein of the Gallow Tree. I send a full nightmarish pattern down the stairs, like almost like you just hear this wail come out of the throat of Virgil, and almost like as if fog is billowing from his mouth, this nightmarish pattern goes out the saloon doors and fills that 30-foot space in front of the door frame, like where they're all sort of gathering it. However many people I can get within a 30-foot cube in front of the saloon doors. I want to try to do that. And then they have to roll a wisdom save of DC 15.
Okay, DC 15. Let's see how many I'm going to be able to get. Wow. Okay. So you were able to get 5 of them in the area.
Okay.
Of your spell. You
Okay.
said it's a wisdom.
It is a wisdom, yeah.
And you said what was the DC again?
DC 15.
15. Okay. All 5 of them failed. So what is the condition? Is they just basically become
They become
feared?
frightened, and they're incapacitated, and their speed is 0. So where they would have moved, where potentially on the next round they would have moved in to sort of like start storming the gates, they will not move now.
Okay. So let me see. They're afraid or frightened, incapacitated, and their speed is 0.
So the way it's worded is,
yeah, I know it's normally a charm.
So while charmed, the creature has the incapacitated condition and has the speed of 0.
Wow. Holy shit. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just doing a swap just for the
swap for flair,
charm for fear.
for theme. Yep.
Okay.
For thematic.
Absolutely.
Aspects.
I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't like extra weird shit going on there.
No, you're good.
All right. So yeah, all 5 of these individuals, you can hear them like begin to like not sob but like gasp and
like wailing almost
like,
in fear.
They're like terrified. Several of them start muttering prayers that they probably haven't used in earnest for decades. Okay, so that is 5 of them that are afeared, and I'm going to take some of the damage away whenever the environmental hazard happens to reflect that.
Okay.
What was the terrifying visage? What was the pattern?
I think the way that the terrifying visage is quite literally, I think you see almost as if a tree and an undertaker were combined, we watched as like this treant of a creature with like a long gallow beard made of nooses. Just it's the trunk itself has a beard of nooses hanging off of it, and the arms like crest over and scratch the gate of the saloon doors and then pull them open, and we see the wood line of the gallow tree itself form this long arc of an undertaker's hat as this bearded tree and exits out, kind of clambering with claws out toward their visage.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds terrifying. Take a point of inspiration, please. Yeah, these 5 guys, you hear one of them call out, "It's the gallows tree! It came for me! It came for me!" And he just kind of cowers behind his cover. The rest of them kind of sit there and whimper. Dusty, it is your turn.
So, I'm gonna be a little uncharacteristic here. First of all, Dusty doesn't know what's happening upstairs. Doesn't know about this Tiberius going through the floor. He just knows there's bullets coming through everywhere, and we not only need to know what's in the basement, but also, as much as we could be like trapped down there, bullets can't fly through the ground of the basement. So Dusty's still gonna try to head down there. However, I did mention my tomahawk was for breaking locks.
You did.
But suddenly Dusty remembers he has a pistol that's been stuffed in his belt for days now that he's never used. So I think I'm going to attempt to shoot the lock instead of hit it with the tomahawk.
Okay. Learn a little lesson from Elias, maybe. Even though you can't see him. All right. You can roll just to see if you crit like he did.
That's just a 15 on the die.
Okay. Do some damage. This door is a pretty sturdy door. It's not quite as sturdy as the one upstairs, though.
10. And then my dex is 414. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a +1, so I add that to the damage too, right? Or is that just a hit?
For the pistol, it's a magical pistol.
Yes.
Then yes, it goes to the damage as well.
Okay, so it'll be 15 total damage.
Okay. Yeah, you shoot this lock, and like I said, it's a pretty sturdy door, but it's not as sturdy as the one upstairs. So you shoot like right beside this thing, and the wood just kind of splinters, and you can easily kind of reach out with the butt of the gun or your foot or something, and kind of like kick this door in, and it is just so weak at where it would connect to the door frame that it just splinters under that.
I think that he's gonna kind of stuff that pistol back into his belt and pull the tomahawk and push the door open with the tomahawk, because that's kind of what he's used to fighting with, and he doesn't know what he's gonna find down here. And I guess I'll use my movement to kind of head down the ladder, down the stairs, whatever is in there.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of like push this door open with your tomahawk, and just as you do so, you look up and you realize it looks like a spark. Kind of like the spark that Lucky has. I need you and Lucky to both make dexterity saving throws, please. Lucky?
Yep.
You're made out of a lot of metal. You're going to have disadvantage on this save.
Do we get inspiration every session in this game?
I think that might be a thing.
Can't remember.
I believe we get one.
Oh man.
It doesn't matter. Our world worse. I got a 12 total.
Okay. And okay. 17 with disadvantage. What did you get, Nathan?
12.
12. Okay. So, Lucky, you are lucky. You're going to succeed and only take half damage. However, unfortunately, probably because of this, Dusty, you are up front, and you're going to catch the full brunt of this lightning bolt trap that disarms as you push the door open. Full damage is 34 points of lightning damage. So that means, Laz, you will take 17. It is. You fucker. Okay. So that discharges as you push open this door. And as long as you're still on your feet, you can then move down the stairs if you would like.
I would like.
Okay. You move down the stairs. It's a decently well-built, like, wooden staircase. It descends down into this, like, dirt cellar that has been reinforced with timber. And it doesn't look like it was quite finished out, at least initially, but it looks like somebody has been laying stone down here. If you'd like, you can roll an Arcana check for me.
That is going to be 12 as well.
Okay. So you're not exactly sure exactly what you're looking at, but the stone that is being laid here is being laid into a circle. So, like, they're building like a circle ring, like, out of these stones that are being placed. And it looks like each one of the stones has been, like, carved. Like, there's a strange marking on each one of them. And you also notice like a place near the center of the cellar that has like a really strange pattern in the dirt. Almost like the dirt there is a different color or is a different texture. Looks like it's all part of the same floor, but almost like in a radiating series of spokes or like spikes outwards from a central point. This design is kind of like in the dirt. All right. It is. Oh, go ahead.
I think knowing that at least Lucky does some magic stuff, I think that Dusty's calling this stuff out up to Lucky as he's kind of seeing it, because
Okay. Yeah.
Dusty already knew he wasn't going to understand what was down here unless there was somebody to fight. So.
Yep. Okay. It is Bennett's turn. Bennett is going to take his 2 shots this turn. At you again, Virgil. Virgil, you're still glowing, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Great.
What's your AC?
Well, considering that I am partially covered still.
You are not partially covered from him. Not currently.
Not currently. Okay.
Mm-mm.
So he has direct line of sight on me if I'm at the top of the stairs? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So currently, I would be at a 14.
14.
14,
okay.
But if I have the ability to get cover, I will be at a 16.
Yes. That is, if you were able to get cover from him.
Mm-hmm.
Currently, that is not an option for you because you are marked.
I see. Mm-hmm.
So, he hits you.
Of course.
Twice. Again.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so, I believe, unless you roll real bad.
Virgil.
Uh-huh.
You take 28 points of piercing damage.
Oh, baby. Well, this bird is down then, son. And it did not work.
For anybody who can see Virgil, you watch as 2 bullets pass straight through every wall or piece of furniture or flooring or anything else that happens to be between where Bennett has fired these 2 shots and where Virgil is inside, as if they were heat-seeking missiles, just straight through any material objects and tag him once and then twice. He stands for just a second and then crumples to the floor at the landing halfway up the stairs. All right. Now it's getting spicy. Elias.
So I'm still in the room.
You are still in the room, yep.
I am going to look out the balcony and see if I can spot the sheriff.
Yeah, he's still got cover from your angle as well. But I mean, your rifle has such an incredible range on it. Like, you can absolutely have an angle on him to shoot him.
Okay. Then I'm going to try that.
Okay.
For a 19.
That will miss with cover. So your first shot, it causes like the balcony, like the wooden banister that he's kind of like ducked down behind. Part of it like explodes in like wooden shrapnel, but not enough to hit him.
Okay. My second shot is worse.
Okay. At that point, he's actually kind of like rolled onto like his side. He's kind of like in a prone position. He's just kind of been laid down on this balcony, kind of like shooting between the banister. He's rolled onto his side, and your second shot passes through where he was, but instead just causes, like, again, another explosion of wooden splinters behind him.
Gotcha. Cool. And then I will pull back out of line of sight.
Okay. Marco.
So Marco is going to tell Elias to head for the basement because there's nothing up here for us right now. Or head down, I guess. We don't know anything about the basement yet, but to head down because there's nothing up here for us right now. And then I'm going to use my movement. I only have 30 feet, so I don't think I can even get all the way to Virgil, but let me double check the range on this. Come on, phone. Android is just a little wacky sometimes. Okay. I believe it is a 60-foot range. So I'm going to get out of the room to head downstairs because there's nothing up here for us right now. I assume I see Virgil in the sleeping buzzard position.
Yes, the downward dog, almost.
Yeah. So I can't get to him, but I can burn a first level healing word to get him back up. Because I still have those. So I'll use the healing word and yell to him to get down also. If yeah, I think for next turn I'll just climb over the railing and go down if that's possible. But I don't think I have enough movement to do it this turn, probably.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not with being able to also cast the spell.
Yeah, I do have a climb speed equal to my movement speed. But
okay, yeah.
I don't think
how far did you move? You came back out of the room, right?
So yeah, I have I don't know how far into the room I had to go to the portal.
Oh, yeah, a decent amount. So
yeah, the last turn I had 60 feet of movement, but this turn I only have 30.
Okay.
So
yeah, you probably would have just gotten to Virgil.
Okay, so I'll get to Virgil then and give him I can cast Healing Word 60 feet away, so I just need to be able to see him.
Yep, not a problem.
Okay. So if I can come out the door, see him, and go over the railing and down just to get to the first floor, essentially like a controlled drop or whatever, since I have a climb speed. That's what I'm trying to do this turn while I cast the Healing Word to Virgil. So that is a first level Healing Word is 1d4. Or sorry, 2d4 under new rules, 1d4 under old rules.
Whether you use 2014 or 2024 for your character, whichever one.
Oh, I don't know which one. I think we used the previous. I think it's only 1d4. We're yo-yo and this buzzard anyways.
Yeah, so you kind of like, take off down the hallway back towards the main room, vault over the staircase or what remain or the banister, whatever remains of it. Maybe dig your claws in a little bit just to kind of slow your drop, and as you're kind of landing and getting back on your feet, you zap that over at Virgil, and Virgil, just about the time that you started to feel the noose tightening around your neck, all of a sudden you are able to inhale and look up and see the bullet-riddled ceiling of the hotel.
The fun thing is I'm a bard, so I'm singing to you or playing instruments as I probably trying to play an instrument as I'm going over the wall.
How much healing
you're
was
doing
that?
bird calls to him.
That is 8 total.
8 total. Perfect.
And that is a bonus action, I think, right? Yeah. I'll pop a bonus action to Virgil, I'll do the Bardic to Virgil to give him a D8 if he needs it on anything that's coming up. I don't know if you can use Bardic on a death save, but we'll see.
Well, he's up for the time being.
So, but I'll need
All
it
right.
for doing whatever.
That was Marco. Next up is the environmental effect of the deputies. It will be lessened. Oh wait, does your hallucinatory terrain stay up if you go unconscious?
I do not believe so. Give me 1 second.
If it has like a listed duration versus a concentration.
It says the spell ends for an affected creature if it takes any damage or if someone else uses an action to shake the creature out of its stupor.
Which neither has happened.
Neither has happened, yeah.
Right, it's not a
But does it have
concentration
a-
on your end, right?
It's a
Yes.
concentration up to 1 minute. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, because you lost concentration because you
Gotcha,
went
okay.
unconscious. Yeah. Unfortunately, it meant that the spell dropped.
Just yeah.
So that means I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw again, please. Except for Dusty.
And Virgil.
It's nice knowing you guys.
Yep, and this is when the party ends. I don't care what my modifier is. I don't think a 2 on the dice is going to get me there.
25, 22, 16.
That's all of them. Oh no.
No, I need one more.
Virgil doesn't get. Virgil doesn't technically get to roll, do you?
Oh, he
Yeah,
needs
Virgil's
to.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
Virgil's
did.
up.
He's down,
And-
so he automatically takes.
Yeah.
it.
No, he's awake.
Yeah,
Oh, my
I
bad.
took the 8 healing, so
Oh, okay. My apologies.
I'm missing
oh wait,
Marcos.
I do get to roll that D8 though, right? That D8 could be applied to this as well if I wanted to apply it to a saving throw.
It's your saving
Yeah,
throw?
it's a
Yes,
saving throw,
absolutely.
so you should be able to roll a D8.
So that'll be revised. That would be a 23.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So
And
yeah,
Marco,
that's
what
an
was
8.
yours?
8.
An 8. Okay, so it's Marco's turn, apparently.
Everybody gets a little bit.
Everyone else, including Virgil, you managed to find something heavy, something solid to get behind, or you just happen to be in a place that doesn't get barraged with lead. However, Marco, where you just dropped down into like the open main room of the hotel, unfortunately, there's just a lot of bullets that come through the front of the building. You're going to take 6 points of piercing. Luckily, I did
6?
not.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't roll super well that time. So, so fortunately for you, though you did get tagged by a few superficial strays, you managed to avoid the worst of it. Okay, that brings us to the bottom of the round 2. I think, just given what time it is, what we were kind of talking about before the game about my poor East Coasters being up past their bedtimes, preventing anybody from turning into pumpkins on stream. We're going to go ahead and call it here. So we'll get to pick up next session, session 16, right in the middle of combat. So everybody, please make sure that you record what your hit points are currently at. If you're using D&D Beyond, it should just do it for you automatically. Just keep it at what you got. Be aware of what your spell slots are, what your ammo counts are, all that kind of stuff. And then, yeah, whenever we manage to get back around the table, we will finish trying to kill everybody. I mean, trying to escape this terrible situation that nobody could have foreseen that the characters would have ended up in. All right. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. I'm going to give everything to my players once again so that they can I don't know, do whatever they want to do before we close it out for the night. So we're going to start in reverse order with other Chad.
That's me around here. Great time. Can't wait for this TPK next session. It's gonna be great.
But
Roll,
is this a trend, y'all? Because if I remember correctly, we were almost at a TPK on the last trilogy we did. So just saying, feels like this is a deal. This is a thing.
Yeah, Jeremy just wants to kill us.
We get really, really close to being killed, and then somehow we end up scoring the winning goal. I don't know, but this is just a good this is a good omen in my eyes. Like, we're gonna be real close, and then somehow we're gonna survive and win. I don't know. I'm just excited.
Might disagree.
Yeah,
He might.
he
Maybe.
might. But that's
But-
another fight for another day. If
You
we
should
survive.
ask him next time you see him.
I mean, forgot to ask him about that part.
No, you're absolutely right. It is intentional. I think the sweetest victories are the ones that are pulled out of the fire. So I consider it my job as a dungeon master to push you to the brink of failure being very possible, and seeing what happens. So
It's
But
not
I like it.
interesting unless you can fail, right?
absolutely, yeah, it's got to be a real threat, even to seasoned players, especially to seasoned players. It's a little harder to get people who have been playing long enough to become a little jaded by combat in D&D. Got to scare you. Got to keep you guessing. All right. Speaking of scaring you and keeping you guessing, next up is Glenn. Or not. Maybe we lost
God, I
him.
cannot get off the
Oh,
mute.
there
of
he
this
is.
thing. Yeah, it's scary as being on your phone to play these games from that point, but well worth it because great night, had a great time. As always, get a chance, go run with Jeremy, everybody. Not actually running, I don't think he's into jogging, but get a game ran by Jeremy. Add tab, Absolute Tabletop, find him there, find him on startplaying.com, find him in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe. And with that, I will catch you all. I want to flip.
Like a seasoned veteran. Well, I know you're a veteran, but... All right. Speaking of seasoned veterans, I have no idea if that's true. Todd, you're next.
I'm veteran of something.
Yeah, there you go. Hell yeah.
Great time. Looking forward to next week or next time we play. Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
I
So
hope so, man. I hope so. All right. Speaking of interesting, next up is Nathan.
Oh, I thought I was gonna get skipped with that kind of segue.
I should have.
No, great session. Yeah, I pretty much was prepared for this. Pretty much the moment we walked into this hotel, I was prepared for bad things, and then it kept not happening, and I'm like, guys, we gotta get out of here. Especially when the sheriff walked down and just walked out. I'm like, we need to move. But it's not a dustyocracy. It's a democracy, and we all chose to stay in the hotel. And yeah, now there's a lot more holes than the one that than Lucky made. So we'll see if those holes are in us as well next session, and if we survive. I'm Nathan. I've been Dimension 119, and I can't wait to be back at this table for more Thunder Ridge or any other game Jeremy lets me play.
Thank you, and I appreciate that. Yeah, there's definitely a nice breezeway through this hotel now. I think the property value has definitely gone up. But yeah, who knows? Who knows what'll happen? Next session could potentially be the last session of Thunder Ridge. Isn't that crazy? All right. Speaking full of holes, last but certainly not least, Chadamus Prime.
Well, they do call me a holy man. Anywho, ladies and germs, this is always fun. This is always a blast. Jeremy, I love you, buddy. Can't speak enough about your channel and what you've done for me in terms of just like being one of my best friends and like giving me an opportunity to just like come to a cool table and hang out with wonderful people on the regular. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Can't say it enough. So yeah, if you haven't booked this man for a game, what are you doing? Go to start playing. He's great. He's phenomenal GM. He will change your perspective on how you view how to play games. I'm not gonna lie, that because he does for me. Like I've learned so much from him. So yeah, check me out at MTD, where another one of our wonderful GMs, Jacob Norman, runs that Kids on Bikes game and kills it every time with that. Jeremy and I are over there doing that on Thursdays. But yeah, otherwise, you'll probably see my face over here because I love hanging out at Erasmus Expeditions. It's great. It's the best part. It's the best party on the internet. It's great.
The best party on the internet. You heard it here first. Where you come to get shot.
I mean, if you're not,
stabbed,
if you're not doing something
or...
PvP, like, are you even doing it right? Right?
Teleport yourself in half.
That's right. Friends fireball their friends. I'm kidding. Fireball responsibly, everybody. No, man, I love this crew. I love this game. Caldera is always a really, really, really fun setting to tell a story in. I'm a big fan of Westerns, and obviously I'm a really big fan of fantasy. So having the chance to kind of combine the two in ways that feels like it's paying a proper amount of homage to both genres, it makes me really happy. And being able to kind of like do that with other people is always, great. That kind of collaborative creativity is my jam. So thank all of you for coming along and being a part of it and telling such a fun story, even if it means that your characters get shot up. Because again, like every good Western has to have like one of these scenes, where the heroes, the good guys, whatever, are stuck in a location. It's just so. And again, like I told Chad, you asked for Robert Rodriguez style shootouts, so ta-da. Yeah, there's more where that came from. Next time we'll find out how this all shakes out. But until then, oh, wait. Remember, kindness is a free action. Go out there, be nice. Be nice, fuck ice. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank all of you very much for watching, whether you watch at some point in the future or watch along with us tonight live. I really do appreciate that people come here. So please do all the stuff that the algorithm likes and responds to. Like Glenn said, hit the like button, subscribe, because we talk well here. Yeah, share the link around. Hit me up on Start Playing. We'll play a game together. All right, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of your week. Until next time, may your dice roll high and your snacks always be within reach.